Pettybone formed about 15 years ago now. Back then in London, we were the girls playing in punk and hardcore bands. We were kind of sick and tired of being tokenized in what we did. And our point was to kind of do a new wave of female empowering feminism in punk and hardcore, which I think we did in our own way. We did one album and it was half an hour long. We were angry and pissed off. I think that it came across in that album. All of us put everything into that album. For me, it was like, it's one of the best things I've ever done musically. I think it really captured on what we were going through individually and as a band. And I felt like because we'd all played in other bands, it was like a kind of a bit of a fuck you to people who told us we couldn't do it. Every player had great parts. It wasn't just like, oh, this is a guitar album, this is a drum album, this is a bass album. Because it was only 4 of us playing, everything was very intricate, and I think because of that it was well received. We were very DIY, but we also gained kind of a lot of attention. We did a lot of touring and played a lot of cool shows. Went from playing squats to our last gig at Reading and Leeds. It was wild. I always wanted to return to this because it's my most favourite band I've ever been in. Just because of like the experiences we shared, and like I'm just so proud of what we did in the album. We're still like really good mates, so we still like send each other messages, and we kind of just had the idea just to record a song. Ivana had this idea and was like, hey, this is something I think which would be a Pettybone song. We wanted to have like a collective of other female musicians, as unfortunately Amy couldn't fulfill this side of Pettybone currently. So we've been Shooting Daggers fans for a while. I think Ivana was friends with Sal, and then everyone just got involved. She's fierce and energetic and does her thing, so it fits with what we do.
I first heard of Pettybone when we were recording with Shooting Daggers. When I heard them, I was like, what the fuck is this? This is amazing. And I'd never heard of them before, I didn't know they existed. Like Amy's voice, it made me feel like I could feel her pain, and the music was still like apocalyptical and like, I don't know, I just felt like it was so intense and so cool. I don't know, I can't even describe it, but it was fucking sick. Zell used to be my drummer's teacher, so I think definitely like they influenced Shooting Daggers before Shooting Daggers existed.
We knew Petrol Girls were really influenced by Pettybone. I love Petrol Girls, like her lyrics in Petrol Girls are fucking amazing. And I think it made sense for what we do. It's a similar ilk to Pettybone.
So I think I first came across Pettybone around 2010, 2011. I remember seeing them playing at the New Cross Inn and being really, really excited about it. Most of the women that I knew that were involved in punk were kind of playing acoustic music and stuff like this. But I think my heart is with hardcore, or like in more aggressive music. And it was just really cool to see a band where they were combining like feminist politics with fucking heavy music, brutal vocals, getting to see like other women who could really fucking play their instruments. Yeah, that was really cool. That was really, really inspiring. I got an email from Zell late 2023, early 2024, inviting me to get involved and contribute like lyrics and vocals and stuff. And yeah, to be honest, at the time I was not in a great headspace, and I was kind of really done with punk, to be honest, and done with Petrol Girls, and didn't want to do it anymore. But I couldn't say no to Zell or to something involving Pettybone, so I said, yeah, cool.
Pettybone sent me the instrumental, and then I did a rough demo with just like like humming, like just like singing like gibberish and stuff. And then I sent it to Ren, being like, can you write the lyrics? And she wrote the lyrics, and yeah, then she sent the lyrics back, and then the song is, yeah, that's done.
I really like having to respond to music, because you just sort of pop your nonsense into the kind of template and see what comes out, and I think it really pulls out a lot of like subconscious stuff, and it will sound like bullshit until it doesn't, and then you've got a kind of, you're like, oh, this is about this, and then it kind of all like pulls out of that.
You protect your comfort and call it safe. You always get your hands clean and look the way.
Lyrically, I kind of wanted to respond to the situation that I found myself in here in Austria with regards to the unfolding genocide in Gaza. In Austria and Germany, people tend to have like quite a different perspective on Israel and Palestine because of the history of the Holocaust. That's been, like, you know, for many years really difficult to like navigate. I remember it coming up in one of the feminist groups I was part of and being really shocked by the kind of perspective that others in that group had on it. And you know, over the years it's been the source of a lot of arguments. What immediately came to mind was this quote from Aboriginal Australian activist Lilla Watson, along the lines of, if you have come here to help me, you are wasting your time, but if you have come here because your liberation is bound up with mine, then welcome. The gist of this is this idea that our liberation is all interconnected, and this has been kind of core to my politics for a very long time.
I love Petrol Girls. I listened to them when I was like really young and stuff, and I didn't even live in London when I still lived in France when I listened to Petrol Girls. So yeah, it's fucking sick that she wrote the lyrics. I really like her. I like her music. I talked to her being like, oh, your music is fucking sick. And every time I see Petrol Girls live, it makes me want to cry. I mean, I cry every time I see them live. They're fucking sick.
I really fucking rate Shooting Daggers, and it's been, yeah, really awesome to get to collaborate with them as well. I just think it's great to get a bunch of feminist bands that have been between us active for a really fucking long time, and to come together and do something collectively. It's an absolute fucking privilege to get to do stuff with these bands. For me, at the end of the day, I have, like, my politics are based in collectivity, and so creating on the basis of collectivity it just makes sense, and it's a reflection of that for me.
We are